In this video, I'm going to be teaching you guys the RC Charge Dragons attack at TH14 to help you 3-star any base. Here is the army composition that you guys will need to use. As you can see, we only need one epic equipment for this strategy, which is the Electro Boots. So if you don't have a lot of epics, then this should be your go-to attack. Now let's hop into the first example. So to start off the attack, we will use our Queen's Giant Arrow to take down 1 to 2 air defenses or air sweepers. Then we want to use a few dragons in the corners to set up a proper funnel for our main push by clearing out these trash buildings. Now we will use our Royal Champion inside the base, and we will constantly turn her invisible every 4 seconds to keep her moving. Since we are using the Electro Boots, don't be afraid to turn defenses invisible, as the Electro Boots will finish them off, which allows us to get a lot more value with the charge. For example, here I turn these defenses invisible to let the Electro Boots finish them off. Since we are using the Royal Gem, we don't really need to worry if our RC gets low, as we can heal her back up with the ability. Now if you struggle with invis timings, you can just count 1 to 4 in your head and deploy the spell at 4 seconds to get the timings right. Now with these last couple of invisibility spells, I was able to take down the Town Hall. And as you can see, our RC has taken down the majority of the base and has set up a really nice pathing for our dragons. Now we will use all of our dragons from this top side, along with the Minion Prince, Stone Slammer, and the Grand Warden, and they will easily crush through the rest of the base. Now we can use our Grand Warden's ability to keep all of our troops alive and heal them back up with his healing tome. Now as you can see here, I had used mass rocket luns in the CC, which will help to take down a few defenses after the Stone Slammer goes down. And we have easily managed to 3-star this base with no problem. Now let's jump into the next example. So in this base, I started off by using the Queen's Giant Arrow and managed to take down 2 air sweepers with it. Now we will use our RC from this 12 o'clock side, and as always we will constantly turn her invisible every 4 seconds to keep her alive and moving. If she locks onto the enemy heroes, for example the Barbarian King in this case, just turn them invisible, or else it can limit the value that we get from the charge. And again, you can overlap the invisibility spells on top of defenses to let the Electro Boots finish them off. Now we just need to use our spells properly and keep our RC alive until the very last invisibility spell. Now here, the Royal Champion gets pretty low on health, but since we are using the Royal Gem, we don't need to worry about it, as we can heal her back up with the active ability. So now here goes the last invisibility spell, and as you guys can see, our Royal Champion has taken down a large section of the base and has set up the pathing. So now we will use all of our dragons, Minion Prince, Stone Slammer along with the Grand Warden, and they will easily clear out the rest of the base. We just need to time our Minion Prince and Warden ability properly. Here I used the Minion Prince ability to slow down some of these defenses, including the Town Hall, and as you can see, the Stone Slammer goes down, and the rocket luns from the CC will now help to take down some of these defenses with our main army. Now we will use the Warden's ability to keep all of our dragons alive and moving. And as you guys can see, there's nothing really left in the base which can stop our dragons from getting the 3-star, and we have easily managed to crush this base too with this strategy. Now let's hop into the final example. Now in this base, I used my Queen's Giant Arrow from this Elixir Collector and managed to take down both air sweepers with it. And we will start the RC charge from this 3 o'clock side to clear this entire right section with the help of invisibility spells. Since there was not that much damage outside the base, I delayed the invisibility spells and used them when she entered into that eagle compartment. Now we need to keep our spell timings right to keep her alive and get as much value as we can from the charge. Now here, I used a dragon alongside the RC charge on the outside of the base, in order to clear out these trash buildings that our RC is not able to target, so that we can set up a proper pathing for our dragons. So here the enemy super dragon locks onto our RC and gets her hit points all the way down, but we will easily heal her back up with her ability. Now after using all of our invisibility spells, we've taken down this entire right section of the base and set up a straight pathing into the town hall for our dragons. Now we will use our main army from this 1 o'clock side, and they will easily take down the rest of the base, since we have already taken down all the key defenses. Here I will use the minion prince ability early on to slow down all these defenses, and this way we can delay the warden's ability for the town hall's poison. Now we will use the grand warden's ability to protect all of our dragons from the town hall's poison and heal them back up with the healing tome. And at this point, there's nothing left in the base, which will stop our dragons from getting the 3-star, and we have easily managed to crush this base too. As long as you do the RC charge properly, and keep the RC alive until the last invisibility spell, you should easily be able to wreck every base with this strategy. With how strong and easy this strategy is, you should have no problem tripling every base with this, if used properly. And that's going to be it for today's video. If you enjoyed, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more attack strategy guides coming in the future. With that, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.